Everybody, how are you today? I hope you're good. Welcome again to chess class. This is the class where thinkers are raised and leaders are made. Chess class is the class where thinkers are raised and leaders are made. Okay. You remember we're looking at our problem solving series, and this time we're looking at the team being proactive rather than being reactive in problem solving. And we've established the fact that being proactive means you're thinking ahead of time and putting solutions to the likelihood of any problems even before the problems come. And then we said to be reactive means you are thinking to solve the problem in the midst of the problem. All right, and we've looked at quite a number of topics: the game opening, the gambits, the backups, the canceling, the fool's mate, and all of that. Now, today, I want us to look at the difference between Passant and Prise. Passant and Prise in problem solving. Now, you remember that I told you that it's only those who can think ahead be ahead. All right. If you are not proactive in your thinking, all right, you'll be left behind. All right. You need to be proactive in your thinking, to think ahead and then give directions ahead of time. All right. That is what it means to be proactive. All right. So let's look at the difference between emprise and en passant. You remember we said en passant is the law in chess that affects only the pawns. And we said that law nullifies or cancels out the rule of two moves for the first time for a pawn. We showed ourselves that law the other time when we talked about en passant. Now, we want to relate that and look at the difference between en passant and emprise. Emprise is also what affects only the pawn. Emprise is when a pawn has no defense, a pawn has no protection, is vulnerable to attack. That is an emprise. All right, so we're going to look at that now very briefly, and then we'll see how that helps us to understand basically, okay, the the emprise and en passant. Okay, now let's assume I move this. Okay, let's say I move this. Let's say I move this. Okay, now let's assume this guy moves this. You can see the difference between the game opening. This guy moves this. Okay, now if you look at this, pawn b4 is an emprise. Why? Because it's vulnerable. It has nothing protecting it. And that is why it's going to fall for an attack. Now look at this. This bishop can come here and take this guy because he's vulnerable. There is no protection. That is an example of an emprise. It's an example of an emprise. All right, that's an example of an emprise. Now let me show you another one. Let's assume that I play this. Let's assume I play this. Okay, and let's assume that this guy comes in. Let's assume he comes in. Okay, now let's assume this guy, okay, comes in. I hope you can see another kind of emprise. You can see another pawn that is an emprise. So what we're showing ourselves is that no matter the piece, there should be a guide. There should be, a guard. There should be a backup. We've talked about that. And pawn is also essential because pawn is the only piece that can get promoted. All right. So literally, you have 8 pawns, and that means you could have 8 queens when they're promoted. All right. So emprise is when a pawn is vulnerable to attack. There is no backup, there is no protection. All right. Let's assume this guy is here. Let's assume he comes here. The knight. Let's assume the knight is here. All right. Now let's assume this guy comes here. Let's assume this guy comes here. Now, if you look at this queen can either take pawn h7, but that pawn h7 is not an emprise. It can also take pawn b7. Pawn b7 is not an emprise. Pawn h7 is not an emprise because the rook is protecting that pawn. All right. Pawn b7 is not an emprise because bishop c8 is protecting that. But pawn e5 is an emprise. Why? Because there is nothing protecting that pawn. Okay. Now let's assume I move this guy here. If I move this here, I want to move it one step. If I move it here, now that pawn is no more an emprise because there is a protection for it. It's no more an emprise. It's no more an emprise. Okay, so let's say I play this. I come back here. Now let's assume this guy plays this to attack the queen. Okay, now he has made that pawn an emprise again because there is nothing protecting that pawn. So this guy can decide to take the pawn. It's an emprise. It's an emprise. It's an emprise. All right. So the king is on check. Now let's assume this guy comes back here. Okay. Now this pawn is also an emprise. Is an emprise. Pawn f5 is it an emprise? No, it's not an emprise. Why? Because the knight is protecting that guy. It's protecting the pawn, so it's not an emprise. All right, that is what is called an emprise. Now let's see our en passant. Let's see en passant. Now let's assume I play this guy here. Let's assume I play this guy. Let's assume I play this guy. Okay. Want to see the en passant now. Now let's assume this guy comes there. All right, just playing. Let's assume that guy goes there. Now let's assume this guy is here. Let's assume he's there. Want to see the en passant now. Okay, let's assume this guy comes there. Okay, now let's assume this guy, let's assume he comes back here. Okay, now let's assume this guy moves 2 steps. That is en passant. In this case, he can't move 2 steps. Let's assume he comes here. All right, now this guy is going to take this. That's an en person. That's an en person. All right. Now let's assume this guy moves one step. Now, now let's assume this guy wants to run away because if he moves one step, that pawn is, if he moves from d7 to d6, pawn c5 is going to take it. So he wants to run away, so he moves two steps. He moves two steps to run away. Now that pawn can still take, this pawn is going to take one step to the side as if you have moved one step. That is an en passant. So that is the difference between en passant and emprise. Emprise is when a pawn is played and there is no protection for that pawn. Is an emprise. En passant is when a pawn wants to run away from being captured, then he moves two steps, and then the other pawn can capture as if that other pawn moves just one step. That is an en passant. Thank you so much for this class. I'll see you next time. Thank you.